It's the 12th of June 2041. Wayne Rooney is the England manager. Will Steele is the Crystal Palace manager, and he's just guided them to their first ever Europa League. Manchester United have finished down in 15th place. Man City have not won the league in 8 years. Tottenham have actually won 2 trophies in that time, along with Chelsea. Liverpool have won 3 of the last 4 Premier League titles, and Liverpool have won 3 of the last 6 Champions League trophies, along with Bayern Munich. Arsenal have not won the league title in almost 40 years, but they have won a Champions League trophy in 2030. Zinedine Zidane was the man who won Arsenal's only Champions League trophy, and he had also won 2 Europa League trophies before then. Mikel Arteta is in his second spell at Arsenal, having been sacked in 2025. Jurgen Klopp has announced his retirement at the age of 73 and has just left Manchester City on the 10th of June 2041. Manchester City have come and offered a job interview for the Polish manager by the name of Piotr Sawinski, and he is going to see what they have to say. Manchester City have had 2 takeovers since they've started. Sheikh Mansour has been gone for the last 15 years, so what are we expecting to find today? So we're talking to a man named Keith Maynard, and we don't know what's going to happen at this point in time, but we are here to see what they have to say and what they can offer us in this moment in time. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We believe you could be the manager we want to take the club forward, but we would like to ask a few questions first. I'm glad to give you the chance to talk to the club. Let's get down to business. I have some reservations regarding the fact that you have never managed in this country. Can you explain why that shouldn't be an issue? I think my standing in the game should quell any concerns, to be honest. Do you think it's a positive or negative thing that you've thus far managed just one club? I've dedicated more time, patience and emotion to my job than I dare to remember, and I think most people would agree that I've done good work there. What do you think makes you suited to managing a club of this stature? I spent the majority of my career building up considerable experience with smaller clubs in preparation for an opportunity with a bigger team. I hope to get that chance here. Would you be comfortable working with Max Abel, our director of football? Yes. I'm more than happy to work with him. As part of the recruitment process, we are willing to allow you to request changes to our current background staff, as well as the chance to request any staff members you would like to bring with you from your current club. What size budget would you be looking for to make these changes? I'd require a small budget to allow me to make some modifications before taking charge. If you are to be our next manager, you'll be expected to adhere to the club's vision for the future. We are interested to hear your comments if you have any. Strive to make progress on and off the pitch, work within the wage budget, maximum 1 year contracts for players over the age of 33, maximum 2 year contracts for the players over the age of 31, maximum 3 year contracts for the players over the age of 29, and they want to win the Premier League every single year. That's acceptable to me. We're not expecting anything of you this season. We'll discuss next season's objective at a later date. That's fine. What next? Do you have anything to request for us to consider? Not that I can think of. That covers about everything. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to you. We'll now go away and review the process before determining whether or not to extend an offer to you. Good luck. We'll be in touch. So that was a thing. I've decided to do this as a separate video because I wanted to see if we can actually get the job. It will not be canon with the Youth Academy Challenge series because that will be a separate thing in itself. But I wanted to see what would happen if I actually took the job interview and if they actually offered me the job. I wasn't one of the favourites for the role in the first place, so it was interesting that I was given the opportunity to talk to them. Vincent Company will more than likely get the job in the normal series, so that's why I thought I'll see what happens here. And I just wanted to see what we could do. I just like the idea that we could potentially just see what happens and then go from there. You know, it says a lot that I can get 2 job interviews in one video. I wasn't expecting RB Leipzig. If I'm honest with you, I don't think this appeals to as much. As interesting as it could be, I think the Man City one is more interesting, more appealing to me, if I'm honest with you. That being said, they're also just finished in 7th place and are only going to be in Europa League next year. So, should I just look at it and see what happens next? That being said, RB Leipzig have won a league title in this universe, so they're close to 20 years without a league title. I've also just noticed something. Hang on. I swear I had a player of this name in my other save, A State of the Age. Unless I'm getting confused with someone else. I might be getting confused with someone else, but I swear I got someone with the same sort of last name in my State of the Age save, so that's interesting if that's the case. In all seriousness though, RB Leipzig have just won the Europa League in the last 3 years. They've won the DFB Pokal in the last 8 years. They've not won the league title in about 17 years at this point. So I could say I'm interested, but at the same time, City's the more appealing option if I'm honest with you, so I'm probably going to turn this one down. Seriously though, the idea we can get both the City group and the Red Bull group coming to me and saying, by the way, would you be interested in being our manager? It's kind of actually flattering in a way. Is it weird to say that? I think it feels appealing. It feels nice to have it, but there you go. Also, it's Germany. I'm going to go to this interview anyway, just because I want to see what they had to say, but it's interesting. They got a big budget as well. 163 million. Ooh, that is interesting. I'm going to go to this interview after all. Thank you for taking it. I've just thought of something. Have they had a takeover since we last started this video? They've had no takeover at all. Fascinating. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We believe you could be the manager we want to take the club forward, but we would like to ask you a few questions first. Thank you very much. My standing in the game will be able to quell any concerns. Yes. I've shown tremendous loyalty. I'm just going to go for the same answers I did last time with Man City, so this may be a bit quicker. And I am just going to go for the last thing. So the club is looking for a candidate capable of performing to competition expectations, something our last manager did not do. Are you confident of handling that better than your predecessor? My record speaks for itself. Seriously, I've won 8 league titles under Poland. That should really speak for itself. How do you feel about working with our director of football, Marcus Mann? He's quite good. I swear both City and Leipzig have got amazing director of footballs. I like a small budget, thank you. Okay, so this is their ambition. High tempo pressing football, attacking football. Set pieces is a no. I'm not going to do that. Work within the raised budget, spend the original budget, develop the best youth system in the country. I would do that easily. And grow the club's reputation. I'll win the Europa League. So there you go. Challenge for domestic cup competition, continue qualifying for the Champions League. And that's it. I got nothing else to say, let's do that and go from here. So the reason they wanted to talk to me was because of the fact that they are excited with my high tempo pressing game. So there you go. They don't like the fact that I don't like to work towards set pieces, but there you go. So fun fact, RB Leipzig have actually turned me down, so good to know that I couldn't get the job there. Not that I really wanted the RB Leipzig job, honestly, but we'll see if Man City turn me down for Vincent Kompany instead as well. And just like that, we have been denied the Man City job. They have hired Vincent Kompany, who left Juventus to become the manager, and I'm now linked to the Juventus job, because why wouldn't I be, apparently? Unlike the other job, this doesn't interest me. They are the current Serie A champions. So this is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's different. I wasn't really planning on going that far in. And we were always going to end it if we didn't get the job. So it was more like a what if we decide to go for the role more than anything else. And we're not going to go any further than this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.